Look, there's my iron horse. Out here off Forest Service Road. A few months back I came here and I was excited to find the purple nightshade and the California broom rape and the Astragalus aglassii, and it was even more fun because I had no idea. I just pulled over here because it looked like an interesting spot, and you know, now that I've spent the last few months pondering Astragalus aglassii, getting to know its habitat better and learning about Astragalus pachypoda, it was nice to return here to this impeccably beautiful location, and say hi to the aglassii. We can start seeing those ginormous seed pods, bigger than my thumb, and stereotypical Astragalus opposite leaf pattern, pinnate leaves, and these seed pods that open at the bottom and readily divulge their golden. Look at those tiny khaki-ish, goldish, bean-shaped seeds of the Astragalus aglassii. Can you do palm reading? How am I looking? It doesn't look like much, but it's interesting to me because it's another Astragalus. This is called woolly pod milk vetch. This one has some history of medicinal use. Here's the woolly pod. Come to the light. Let's see the seeds. Can we see the seeds? There's a seed. Well, this is woolly pod milk vetch, Astragalus pershii, maybe. There's the woolly pod of the woolly pod milk vetch. Here's the mom. Seen better days, but it'll look good again next spring. Let's see if we can take this and smash it and get a seed. There's a little wool, and these are the seeds of the woolly pod milk vetch, Astragalus pershii, I'm hoping. I found another wonderful Astragalus aglassii location right along this road. I wonder if the road is contributing to this sort of linear array of... Oh, and that's great. Oh, yeah. Here's the Artemisia. Here's the Astragalus aglassii. you can see the leaves and the seed pods. And here's the Astragalus persii, the woolly pod. And look at that. We have a woolly pod and an inflatopod. Who would have thunk it? Apparently Astragalus likes similar habitats. I really just love the color of those leaves. You can see how the Astragalus douglasii, Douglas's milk vetch, is adapted to these sunny, dry environments by generating that pale bluish gray leaf coloration common to other plants that grow in dry, hot environments. You can also see the prodigious amount of seed pods that it's generated, and the wind is happily dispersing here in this lovely environment. Let's wrap this one up with a shadow selfie. Maybe not. Let's wrap this up with the view down the valley. Yeah. Breathe that in. This is a big gosh darn little pile of Astragalus. I have found Astragalus persii, the woolly pod milk vetch, up here before. And this is not that. And you can also find Astragalus douglasii a few miles from here, but I tend to think that this is a different species of Astragalus. And part of it has to do with the seed pods and the colored striations on them, which remind me of some of the Astragalus that I found in spring in the Carrizo Plain. My kind of working theory is that coloration is due to the presence of the fungus whose interaction with the Astragalus creates the secondary metabolite, which is responsible for the condition known as locoism. I can't remember. I believe it's a alkaloid that's a neurotoxin It's also present in the woolly pod milk vetch and Astragalus pachypus, the thick pod milk vetch, and likely also in the Glossii. But from my experience, the Glossii in Douglas's milk vetch, who I would maybe call inflated pod milk vetch, the seed pods are just clearish, pale yellow, white, and quite large, probably 2 times that size. And the seeds are like a gold yellow khaki color. So let's see what we have here. We have nothing. We have a seed pod with nothing in it. You ever have a birthday or a Christmas and you have a package, a present that's actually, there's little green immature seeds in there. It's a weird plant, or a weird specimen of this species. We'll try one more. Here we go. I heard it. I heard them. So this one has tiny little, come on phone, or whatever. There they are. Tiny little bean-shaped seeds, the hallmark of the Fabiaceae family. I think the Glossii seeds are a different color, although that might not be true. The shape of the seed pods, although smaller, is reminiscent because of that. I'm gonna go with this as a different species.